everybody. Welcome to Thursday's videotaped class. Whether you're taking it on Thursday or any other day, I hope you're enjoying the series that I've been putting together. We left off last week, actually we didn't have a video last week, but the week before that we left off with what I would term a hips and hamstring flow. And it got me to thinking about kind of some work that I do on my own to use kind of a prop or two to open my hamstrings up. And this becomes like a really big theme for me in my practice. And one of the most amazing parts of yoga for me has been this kind of what I would call a posterior chain opening or a rear opening. When I first started my yoga practice, I was very tight. And a lot of what I'm able to accomplish here on the yoga mat has to do with a lot of work that I've done to make my hamstrings more open. And that is a very difficult process. Anytime you're going to work on flexibility versus strength, you can automatically know that you're going to be putting in a lot more time to build flexibility or gain flexibility than you are to gain strength. So for example, if I want to get strong, I can do some push-ups, and I'm going to get strong pretty quickly from doing those push-ups if I do so repetitively. Whereas if I really just start pulling on my hamstrings, they're not just going to come open if I just do that. So I have like painstakingly over a number of years gone through the process of making my back body more open, and it really translates into a lot of the stuff that I do in my flows. And you can even see when I take it like a downward facing dog, for example, I'm able to really get my heels down towards the floor, and I'm really getting a nice stretch to the back of the leg. When I take a forward fold, I'm able to deeply dive into my hamstring. So, I thought about, as a general warm-up, one of the things that I really used as a tool is a yoga strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, you can always get a towel. I'm going to actually use a yoga strap today. But like I said, if you have a bathing towel or any kind of, just anything that looks like a strap, you can just grab it from your house. And we're going to just use it for the opening sequence here today. And I'm going to do a couple different modifications with this strap here. So first thing I'm going to do is, if you do have a strap, I want you to make it into a loop. If you don't have a strap and you're going to use a towel, that's fine too. You can even use a t-shirt. Anything you can kind of use to loop around your foot. We're going to start laying down on our backs today. So I'm going to lay down on my back. I should start the clock. We'll call that 2 minutes. And you can see I have looped myself a strap here. Going to lay down onto our backs, and we're going to start to use the strap to start to open up the hamstrings a little bit before we practice. You're going to see if we do this, we're going to just have a much easier time moving through some sequencing that I have planned for us today. So, without further ado, if I was better at the strap here, you'd be working, sorry. Like I said, if you have a strap, you're going to make a loop out of the strap. If you don't have a strap, you're going to grab a t-shirt or a towel. I want you to lay straight down onto your back. And then it's pretty simple here. We're going to go ahead and take the strap or the towel, and we're going to loop it around the ball of our foot. So this is a position that I really enjoy opening my practice up with. Now, a couple things are going on here. Number one, both of my hips are settled into the floor. So my right hip is really relaxed and settled into the floor. My left leg is engaged, and I'm pressing my left heel down. So both of my butt cheeks are on the floor here. Now, with the strap or towel, I want you to take your leg and point it straight up at the ceiling and start to draw down into the strap or the towel. And at that point, you should feel your hamstring engage on the right side. Remember, the left leg is kind of anchoring me down here. Now, lots of different levels of people taking these classes, so I'm going to show you what a couple different, this would look like from a couple of different, let's say, opennesses in the hamstrings. Number one, your leg may be bent like this, and your hamstring may be super tight. And this position here alone may already be opening up the back of the leg for you. Now, I happen to have a pretty open right hamstring and a very kind of tight left hamstring. So for me, in order to feel this, I'm going to have to straighten my right leg and start to draw the strap down towards my right shoulder. You want to draw it towards your right shoulder so you keep your hips square here. So here I am, I'm just kind of giving a nice static hold to my hamstring as I draw down, down, down. Now, here's where the work kind of comes into it. As I draw down into the strap, I want you to push your foot away from the strap. So you're kind of activating the back of the leg, and you can see me start to shake a little bit as I do that. So I'm working hard, I'm pushing in opposite directions. I'm driving my heel, my right heel, away from me. Again, I'm anchored on the left, and I keep drawing the strap closer to me. This is an active release to the hamstring. Now I'm just going to relax my leg for a second, okay? And then when I draw down, when I try to draw the strap down and back, you're going to see I can draw my leg way further than where I started. This is because I've done an active release to the muscle itself. So you can, if you don't have a strap or a towel, you can always grab the back of the leg, and you can do the same thing. Push your leg into your hands, hold with your hands, so you activate the back of the leg, hold for about a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you'll see every time you activate and then disengage the leg, you're just going to be able to bring the leg a little further more into the stretch, so my hamstring is getting more and more open. And basically I work that on both sides. I'm going to do that to the left side in a second. So here I am with the right side, and you're going to see, like, if I really pull, I can start to really pull that leg down, down, down. And you don't even need a strap at that point. I can put the strap to the side, and I can just work on the heel itself, and I can draw down, down, down at the heel. One more time, let's be active. We'll press the heel back into the hands or into the towel. Here, my right leg is really engaged. This does not feel great. And then I'm going to relax my leg, and then, yeah, I can take it a little bit further. So that's the right leg. I'm finishing off the right leg. One of the ways I do this pose, and if you do have a strap, I'm going to just show you. One of the things I do with the strap that I really like, I don't know who taught me this, probably my wife, she teaches me everything, is you make the strap into a loop, and you can take the loop and loop it around your foot, and then you can take the strap and loop it around the back of your head. And so here, what happens is if you relax your right leg and you relax your head, now I'm going to just kind of ease into allowing the leg, as loose as it can be, to kind of get pulled down by the strap behind my neck. So this is one I really like as well. And you don't have to go to this extreme, but I really, really like this one. So I can super relax my right leg, draw my head down. This is not putting any stress or tension on my neck. Don't let that happen. And you can see I use my bald spot for reference a lot. But I have the strap right around where my bald spot would be on my head. And I can just sit here for a while. And the longer I sit here, just the more relaxed and open my right leg's going to get. So got the right leg open. Now, one of the other things I like to do with a strap or a towel is to take the outside portion of the leg and start to stretch into the outside portion of the leg. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the towel or strap in my left hand. If you don't have a towel or strap and you're really open, you can always just grab the outside of the foot. You're going to see I'm going to let that right leg fall all the way to the left side of the mat. And I'm going to already start to feel the stretch to the outside of the right leg. And I'm going to just turn and look for my right thumb. So I'm in a bit of a twist here. Now take that strap and draw it up towards your left shoulder. You're going to feel a nice opening to the finishing off to the right hamstring. And we'll be here for a couple of breaths. Just let it happen. Like I said, if I don't have the strap, I'll show you on the left side because I'm a lot tighter. When I turn to you, you'll see I have a much more difficult time coming into this position, and I may bend my knee for you on the other side. Bring yourself back to center. Go ahead and switch out. You can hopefully feel that back of the right leg a little bit more open now. Go ahead and take your strap or towel, loop it around your left leg, and again here, start in a very 90-90 position. So you can see I'm trying to take my left leg directly straight up to the sky. I'm going to start to pull down into my left foot, and this is really dropping my left hip and pushing my left hip down into the floor. I'll make sure you have a nice active right leg here that's pressing down. You can kind of see I'm engaging even in the quadricep of my right, the top of my right leg, just to keep myself anchored down here. And then I like to start in this 90 position where I'm pulling down on the strap, and this is just activating into the back of my left leg. Remember I told you my left leg is much tighter than my right leg. I had an injury to my left leg 10 years ago. So historically for me, it is much tighter. So let's go through the process here, and you'll see as we draw the strap towards the left shoulder, I want you to come until you start to feel that kind of pull or tension in the hamstring. Make sure you engage your left quad, and then actively push your left foot away from your left shoulder. Draw your left hip down into the floor, and you're now active, right? So now I'm pushing and pulling at the same time, super activated into the left hamstring. Not going to come anywhere near as far as I did with the right. Going to continue to press into the strap, pulling and pushing at the same time. So I'm pushing with my leg, I'm pulling with my arms. Push with your leg, pull with your arms. Push with your leg, pull with your arms, and then just relax for a second, okay? And you'll see that once you're not so active in the leg, you can start to feel a little bit more openness. So now I'm really not pushing anymore with my leg, I'm simply pulling down with the strap. Here I'm able to get onto the heel of the foot. But this is about as far as this leg is going, nowhere near where the other leg is going. I'm already, hopefully you can see I'm starting to shake a little. I'm going to take it until this is where it actually shakes for you. So here it is, shaking, shaking, shaking. My left hamstring is not happy at all. But again, I'm getting a nice static opening to the hamstring itself. It's gorgeous. Oh boy, this is not fun. Hope you're having fun. I'm not. Oh wow. So I'm shaking like crazy, shaking like crazy. This is literally the tightest hamstring. Oh my God. So I'm going to try one more active release. I'm going to grab onto the strap again, or you can keep onto your heel or your calf if you want. And you're just going to go ahead and push the leg away from you and pull the leg into at the same time. So I'm pushing with the hamstring away, with the quad away, yet I'm pulling in with my arm so that the leg is really active. You can see it stops shaking because I'm active in the quadricep here. So I'm actually like engaged through this 5 breaths. Now I'm going to relax a second. Okay, and you're going to see hopefully I can just take that left leg and pull it a little bit closer to me. And it starts to shake again, but it started to shake way further down than it did before. And it's like uncontrollably shaking. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like uncontrollably shaking. And this is really opening into the left hamstring. One more time, a little active release. Press, 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 press away. Drive your left hip down, drive your right leg down, push, 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 and then relax. Last time, we'll try to take that left leg a little bit further toward the left shoulder. Here I am shaking like crazy again. That's okay. I'm sure you're shaking too. All right, let's go ahead and take this kind of openness to the outside of the hamstring here. I'm going to draw the foot, the towel, or the strap into my right hand. And I'm going to cross my left leg over all the way down. And you can see it from this side. Here I'm going to go ahead and start to draw that left foot up towards my right shoulder. And again, I want to push the left hip away so I can feel the activation on the outside head of the hamstring. And this is a relatively uncomfortable position. I'm going to go ahead for the twist and look over for my left shoulder. Fun with straps. Fun with towels. It's always nice to use props. When I come back to center, everybody, when I first started my yoga practice, that's a good solid 10 minutes on the floor, working hard to get my hamstrings to open up for my practice today. So now I feel like we're really kind of opened up in the back of the leg. And hopefully when we step into our downward facing dog now, you're going to have a much more successful time trying to feel the lengthening through the back of the leg that I always talk about. So, come onto your hands and knees. Step your body into that tabletop position. I like to make my down dog shape from tabletop. So from here, I want you to step back to plank. Strong, straight arms. Push your body up into downward facing dog. And now we're going to see how we did with the strap and the hamstrings. Let's make sure we wrap those triceps down. Make sure there's good solid extension to the shoulders so you're not compressing in the shoulder girdle. And now I'm going to see, as I go ahead let's go over a couple different body types here. Number one, we're going to go with the super tight hamstring, right? So if your hamstrings are super tight, you don't get extra credit points for having straight legs in this practice, right? So the first thing I would do is I would bend my knees a little bit. And this is immediately going to give you some relief in the back of the leg, because this is a position where a bent knee
allows me to access and gain kind of length to the hamstring without suffering any problems in my low back. In general, if you have tight hamstrings and you straighten your legs, there'll be a rounding to the low spine. So I'll do that for you here. I'm going to emulate that. So if I tried to straighten my legs with really tight hamstrings, you can see my back gets kind of round. And now my shoulders feel like a lot of problem and compression because my body's like tension forward and really pushing in. So if you have those tight hamstrings, go ahead and bend the knees a little bit. Take a little of the stress out of the back of the leg, and you can just kind of hang out and camp out in that down dog position there. Now, I'm a little more open because of the practice that we did with the strap, so I'm going to go ahead and try to straighten my legs, draw my belly button in. I'm going to take my tailbone and press it up towards the sky. Now I'm going to try to push my heels towards the back of my mat and towards the floor. And today, I don't feel that open, so I'm not going to get my heels to press all the way down and through. It doesn't feel good to me today. I'm going to stay a little lifted on the ball of the foot, so there's a little space between my heel and the floor here. So let's work our way through a little bit of a sequence now, working into the back of the leg a little bit. We'll come up high on the tiptoes. Go ahead, high up on your tiptoes. Take your right leg in the air, square your hip, three-legged dog. Step your right foot all the way between your hands. Lower your left knee down to the floor, and we're immediately going to straighten the right leg. And we're going to go ahead and take the shoulders over the right leg, and we're going to fold. Now here's another place where you can have a bent knee, no problem. Here my right hamstring is relatively open. We're taking this half of a lunge here, a hurdler stretch, call it a half Hanumanasana. We're only holding here a few breaths as I draw my heart forward, forward, forward. Now from this position, I have my left hip stacked on top of my left knee, right? I'm going to put my left hand on the floor by my right foot, and I want you guys to draw your right arm up and open. Okay, and you can really start to feel outside of the leg. Now I'm getting a little bit of opening through here, through my side body. We'll hold a breath or two. It's kind of balancing. You might notice I'm a little shaky here, so you're probably kind of shaky too. Make sure that left arm is doing a lot of work to hold us in place. Go ahead and frame the front foot back out. We'll step left foot to the top of the mat, meet the right foot. And I'm going to take my first forward fold, and immediately, because I've worked on my right leg now more than my left leg in the sequence, I feel more open in the right leg. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows here. Make sure you bend your knees, pull your belly into your thighs, and then release ragdoll, right? So I'm just going to release into this position as I feel my back open up a little bit. Take a few breaths, send the air to the back of your body. Let's see if we can even out those legs. Release your hands to the floor. Take your hands out in front of you. And I want you to make sure your tailbone is above your heels. Go ahead and start to straighten the legs a little bit. Here you are in a nice little bit of a forward fold. Walk your hands back towards your feet, bend your knees, breathe in, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a forward fold, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. On the exhale, plant your palm. We'll go ahead and step right leg back to plank. Left leg back to plank, take a full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Start to press those heels back and down. Lift your kneecaps up so you can feel your entire leg engage as you stick yourself here into downward facing. Come up on your tiptoes again. Left leg in the air, three-legged dog, left foot steps all the way between the hands, right knee softens down to the floor. You're going to go ahead and pull that left leg straight down. And here for me, this is a problem. My left hamstring is really tight, so this does not feel great for me. What you want to do is pull your left hip back and push your right hip forward. So you can get your chest to marry over that left leg a little bit. And we're just going to see if we can get a little static opening to this front leg. See if I can equalize myself a little bit here. Hopefully you are too. I can already feel myself leaking off to the right of my mat, which I know is not right. So that means I have to push my right hip forward and pull my left hip back more. This is going to activate even more into the back of the leg. Here we are, we're going to take that little bit of a twist on the floor. Take your right arm straight, draw your left arm up, peel open, keep trying to draw your left hip back from this position. Like I said, I feel like I'm going to tip over at any moment. That's okay, please don't do that.
We're just trying to get a little bit of an opening here in this left side body. Left hamstring feels terrible. Always step to the top of the mat, right foot to the left foot. Take the full forward fold here. If you can't really like get into your fold so much, just grab onto your calves. Draw your heart forward, grab your calves, and just pull yourself down into a fold. Keep your knees bent. Don't straighten your legs. Inhale, half lift, and lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up for Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. On the exhale, plant your palms. Step your left leg back to plank. Step your right leg back to plank. Take the inhale for there, and then exhale. Come forward into chaturanga. Squeeze your hands together. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. On your inhale, right leg in the air, three-legged dog. On the exhale, right foot steps all the way between the hands. Lower the left knee. This time we'll shake the right leg out a few times. Same movement. Inhale, straighten the right leg, fold, exhale. Rebend it. Inhale, straighten the right leg, fold, exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten the right leg, fold, exhale, rebend it. Two more times. Inhale, straighten the right leg, fold, exhale, rebend it. Last time, inhale, straighten the right leg, fold, exhale, step to the top of the mat, left foot next to the right leg. Right foot, inhale, half lift, lengthen, hands to shins even maybe. Exhale, fold, belly down, in. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, right leg back to plank, left leg back to plank. Full breath in. Exhale, come forward, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, engage your glutes. Exhale to down dog, breathe out. Last time we'll fix that left leg up so it meets the right leg. Come on up into down dog. Just float your left leg up, square your hips, left foot steps between the hands. Lower your right knee. Let's shake the left leg out of it. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Here I have a problem, doesn't want to do it. Exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend it. I think that's 3. Inhale, straighten the left leg. I was never very good at counting. Exhale, rebend it. Maybe do that one more time. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend it. Here we go. Step to the top of the mat. Right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Press your heels down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, plant your palms. We'll step the left leg back to plank. We'll step the right leg back to plank. Full breath in. On the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. That's how we're going to keep our Sunny sequence today, just like that. We're done. Find a few breaths here. Hopefully the back of your legs are feeling open. Able to get your heels pressing towards the floor. Like I said, today doesn't feel very good to me to put them down, so I'm not going to do it. Make sure your biceps and ears are in the same line as you extend long through your shoulders. Go ahead and soften your head down. See if you can pull your belly in. Lengthen your tailbone up. Spiral your thighs in a little bit so you feel that tailbone get even longer. Let's take a breath or two here, getting ready to, we're going to hop forward in a second. So put your heels together, bend your knees, inhale, look forward, exhale, float to the top of the mat. When you reach the top of the mat, fold. If your feet are not already together, toe heel your feet together, big toes to touch, sink your seat and bend your knees. Come on down to Uttanasana, chair pose. See if you can hang on to your chair for a couple of breaths here. Put your arms into the shape of a cactus and then interlace your hands behind your back.
Take an inhale. As you exhale, take your arms up and over. I'm going to kick my heels away from each other a bit here so I have a little place to balance from. And I'm going to try to bring my tailbone over my heels. It feels like I'm going to fall on my head. So let's try not to do that. Squeeze those triceps towards each other. Take a few nice deep breaths here to get the shoulders to come open. 3 more. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Nice, good. Release your hands down to the floor. Shake out your arms a little bit. And before we get too tired, we're going to come into Bakasana, or crow pose. So I'm going to take crow, put your hands on the floor. See if you can stick your knees on the back of your elbows, right? So there's a nice little shelf that was made for you for that. I want you to hug your hands in towards each other, push your shoulder blades up towards the sky, and then go ahead, so you can just lift one foot up. Maybe the other foot can lift up. You hold there in crow. Hold a few breaths, right? So if you're new to crow and that's not a comfortable movement for you, you can always take the knees around the elbows and try to hug the knees in. Yeah? That's where I started. So one or the other, you're going to work your crow a little bit, and you'll see I'm going to try jumping back from crow. So I'm going to come up nice and high in my crow here. Get ready. I'm going to look forward, release back, jump back. We'll take a vinyasa, everybody, from there. Work our way downward facing dog. Now I want the hips to open with the hamstrings, shoulders. So one of the things I like to do for my son B sequence is just start to work into a little lizard pose. So we're going to take the right leg in the air, 3-legged dog. We're going to step the right foot outside the right hand. We're going to just go ahead and sit there in lizard for a breath. Fire that left leg off nice and straight and strong. Push your right heel down. So we can go from lizard pose. I can go ahead and now straighten my right leg. Left leg's already straight. And I can fold. Now I'm getting that hamstring again. Rebend to lizard. Straighten the right leg. Fold. Rebend to lizard. Straighten the right leg. Fold. Rebend to lizard. We'll do it one more time. I'm going to straighten the right leg. My chest is coming right down the center of the mat here. I'm pulling my right hip back, pushing my left hip forward. Should feel a nice opening to the back of the right leg here. Now I'm going to come right back into my lizard pose. I'm going to take this into a twist. I'm going to twist my feet off to the right side of my mat. You can see both my big toes are pointing towards you. I've flexed my left foot really hard here. And now I'm using this to open the outside of my left hip, front left hip. You may feel this right through the glute line on the right. Either way is good for me. Start to bob up and down a little bit. Be a little active here. Take a breath or two. This front left hip is a mess today. You gotta fix it. Hope yours is better than mine. Come back to lizard pose. We're gonna go ahead and step from here into Malasana. We're going to step the left foot outside the right foot. You're going to sink down into Malasana. Put your hands in front of your chest. Try to have a nice long spine. Let your body settle. Just for a breath or two. We're going to take a full breath in. From Malasana, we're going to jump back to Chaturanga. Plant your palms. Chest will come forward. Legs will come back. Lean forward. Hands nice and tight to the floor. Push, push, push. Jump back Chaturanga. Step back to plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Now I've got to catch that left hip up to the right hip because I worked hard on the one side. Let's fix the left side now. Come on into your downward facing. Again here, can you really work hard? Now I'm pretty open in the leg, and now it feels okay to get my heels closer to the floor. Spiral those thighs in, nice long back, left leg up. Left foot steps outside the left hand. Here we are, lizard pose. We're just going to take a few breaths here before we start to get dynamic in the movement. Strong left leg, strong right leg. Now here we go. Here's where I start to straighten the left leg. Watch, this side is much tighter, so I'm having a much more difficult time. You can even say shake, shake, shake. My left leg shakes when I do this. Rebend your left knee. Do this 5 times. Straighten your left leg, try to fold down the center of your mat. Ooh, rough. Rebend it. Straighten your left leg. Fold down the center of your mat. Yeah, my left leg is crazy shaking. Rebend the left knee. Straighten the left leg. Fold. Notice how the weight wants to fall to the outside edge of the left foot. Don't let that happen. Be really equal with how the pressure is on the bottom of the left foot. Push it down hard. Rebend. 3. Straighten the left leg. Push the big toe down so you feel that whole hamstring come. Rebend it. 4. One more time, please. Straighten the left leg so you can get yourself into a bit of a fold. Here we are. Rebend it. Right back from Ulasana. Right foot steps outside the right hand. Lower the booty. Take those hands to Paranjali Mudra. Right in front of your heart. Hold here a breath or 2. Reach the crown of your head up nice and tall. So I'm going to take my second pass through crow today. And some of you guys are getting very advanced in your practices. So I'm going to show you how you can move from practicing crow on both of your arms to practicing crow on one arm. And I'll just show you this from the left side. So I'm going to set up almost exactly the same way. Super protracted shoulder. This is where that connection comes in super handy, where my back of my elbow where it's flat is tucking into the part of my knee when it's bent where it's flat. Okay, and you're going to see as I stand up into crow here, I'm going to shoot my right leg up into the air. You're going to have a one-legged crow. This may be something you're working towards. It may just be for now, just like a pipe dream, and that might not be going to happen. But the idea is that as I come into the left arm, right? Now, if you can't get into, you don't want to try one arm crow, just try both. No problem. Right back to crow. For me, I'm going to try to come to one arm crow this time. So I'm going to come into crow just on the left arm. See, here comes the right leg up. And this is only possible because of my hamstring. Then I can jump back from there. Upward facing dog. Full breath in. Down dog, full breath out. And here we go. Forgot to twist that left side, so we're going to have to go back and do that. So go ahead and take the left foot outside the left hand. I can feel I need it. My body knows. I screwed up. Sorry. So I'm going to twist off my lizard. I forgot to do it on that side. So go ahead, take yourself back to lizard on the left, and just let that right hip drop down. Really flex hard in that right foot. Whole right leg start to come open. I feel lots of left hamstring here as well. Push that left leg away a little bit. A little dynamic movement up and down the right hip helps. Plant your palms. Step back to plank. Full breath in. Chaturanga, full breath out. Come on up to plank, why not? Chaturanga, full breath out. Come on up to plank. Chaturanga, full breath out. Up the plank. Chaturanga, full breath out. One more time, up the plank. Chaturanga, full breath out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Couple breaths just to reset. Hopefully your legs are feeling good. Your shoulders are feeling open. Let's move a little bit. I'm going to take the right leg in the air for three-legged dog. I'm going to take that right knee, move it right outside my right elbow. Hold it there. Inhale back. Bring your right knee to your left elbow. Hold it there. Inhale back. Right foot steps between the hands. High lunge is next. Come on up. High lunge. Open up. Warrior 2. Flip your palm. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Your right forearm to your right thigh and your left arm over your ear. Extended side angle.
Inhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, super long triangle. Inhale, rebend, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the floor. Let's step to three-legged plank, take an inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Soften your right foot down as you come to up dog. Roll over your toes, come on to down dog. Couple of breaths to reset. Now I'll get my core on a little bit. Float your left leg up. Left knee to the left elbow. You just hold it there. Feel the core engage. Inhale back. Left knee to the right elbow. Hold it there. Inhale back. Left foot steps all the way between the hands. Just settle, get ready. On the inhale, come on up. Half lunge. Exhaling out. Warrior two. Flip your palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, left arm, left thigh, right arm over to your extended side angle. Inhale, straighten the front leg to reverse triangle. Exhale, nice long triangle here. Inhale, rebend, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the floor, we'll step to a three-legged plank. Full breath in, chaturanga. Exhale, drop that left foot. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a breath or two to recover. I really like that sequence, call that dancing warrior. I'm gonna end up doing that again. I really, really like it. So let's just add a little bit of more engagement in the core so that we have to really kind of work a little harder here. Here we'll take the right leg in the air for three-legged dog. We're gonna make some boxes now. Take the right knee to the right elbow. Now I'm gonna slide it down to the right wrist, over to the left wrist, up to the right elbow. Sorry, up to the left elbow, back to the right elbow. Slide it down to the right wrist, over to the left wrist, up to the left elbow, cross to the right elbow. We'll do it one more time. Slide it down to the right wrist, keep your shoulders protracted, over to the left wrist, up to the left elbow, over to the right elbow, back to three-legged dog. Let's stay here in extension. Try to work that left hip backwards. Push, push, push back in your left foot. Feel that lengthening to the left leg. Come the ball left foot, step the right foot in between the hands. We'll just add to the sequence a little here. Keep the left hand down, peel the right arm open. Just a breath. Frame your front foot. On your inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhaling into extended side angle, left arm or left arm over the ear. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg. Exhale, long triangle. Inhale, we bend, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to the floor. Step to three-legged plank. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing. Gotta even the body out. Left side's jealous. Work your way into down dog. Work those back legs a little bit. Lift those kneecaps up. Press the heels down. Let's prepare for the left side. So remember, we're making these boxes, these tiny little boxes. Very difficult on the core. Really great strength builder. Left leg floats up. Left knee comes to the left elbow. Just stick it over there. Slide it down to the left wrist. Over to the right wrist. Up to the right elbow. Across to the left elbow where you started. There's one. Come on down to the left wrist. Over to the right wrist. Up to the right elbow.
back where we started, left elbow. We'll do one more. Down to the left wrist, over to the right wrist, up to the right elbow, over to the left elbow. Slowly making your way back to three-legged dog. Again here, let's stay a minute. Push the right heel down towards the floor. Push the right hip back. Square your hips. Extend your shoulders. Up on the ball of the right foot. Step the left foot between the hands. Leave the right hand down. Peel the left arm open. Remember, we're just moving, breathing and moving, so we're not really statically holding here. Frame your front foot. Take an inhale. Sweep up, high lunge. Open up, warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Release into extended side angle. Take a breath, straighten your left leg, flip your front palm, reverse triangle. Exhale, long triangle. Tucking my left hip under there. Frame your foot, it's warrior two. Back to three-legged plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out, full breath in, full breath out, full breath in, full breath out. We'll do that dancing warrior sequence just one more time. Just going to add a little more core into the program. So here, let's take a chance here to open up a little bit more. Step the left foot in an inch or two. Take the right leg away, peel it open, three-legged dog. Now I can really feel the back of my left leg as I press my left hip back. Make sure that right leg's working hard to stay up there. My right glute's super engaged here. Press your right shoulder down. And just keep pushing your left hip directly back. Wow, it's a big opening to the back of my left leg. Getting ready for a little sneaky core work. Here we go. We're coming back. Right knee comes across the body to the left elbow. Straighten your right leg and put it down. And normally I would call it fallen triangle from here. Today we're going to call this awkward, really awkward fallen triangle. We're not going anywhere. I'm just going to take the left arm, reach it forward and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, put your left hand down. Promise you this might work. Might work, you know, as I said. Take your left hand more towards the center of your mat. Squeeze your way in there. And then see if you can take your right arm, reach it forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left hand back. Press back to three-legged dog, square hip. Right foot steps between the hands, leave the left hand down, peel the right arm open, take a breath. Frame your front foot, take an inhale. On the exhale, come on up, high lunge. Open out, warrior two. Flip your palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Come on for extended side angle, right forearm, right thigh, left arm over the ear. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, flip your front palm. We're going to exhale into a long triangle here. And we're just going to come up from that triangle. Come on up, take your left foot parallel to your right foot. You'll be facing the left side of your mat, so I'm facing my butt to you. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze your palms together, take a breath in. As you exhale, take your arms over. Fold here. Hold for 5 breaths. Don't let your weight sink too far back, keeping the ball of the foot. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. There it is. And release your hands to the floor. My left leg is super shaking from my hamstrings being not so open. So you can get your torso parallel to the floor here. Take your left hand down, peel your right arm open. Don't worry about if the left hip drops today. Feel the difference if you let the left hip kind of drop a little bit. I feel the inside edge of my left leg now when doing this, getting a bit of a twist. Now if I want to really twist from above the navel, I'm going to have to square my hips and then twist. Like I said, if you feel like dropping that left hip in, you'll feel inside left thigh really nice. Let's bring the right hand down. Go ahead and take the left arm up. Let the right hip drop a little so you can feel the inside of the right thigh opening. Like I said, normally I would say square your hips here and twist. Today I'm saying drop the right hip ever so slightly. You can really feel the working down the inside of the right leg when you do that. Hold another 3. 2, 1. Both hands to the floor. Hands on hips. Nice flat back all the way up. Turn your right foot to the top of the mat. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Spread your toes nice and wide. We're just going to stand here for 5 breaths. Grounding ourselves here in Tadasana. Make sure you're very active in the shoulders. Make sure your tailbone is in neutral. You're squeezing your hips in. Let's take a little back bend here as we come out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Drive the glutes forward. Find a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Can't even talk like that. Inhale, lift halfway. On the exhale, plant your palms, float back. Chaturanga, step back plank. We'll work our way through vinyasa. Come on into downward facing. Working your way into your down dog, you're getting deeper and deeper each time you come into down dog. It's a little bit easier to hold. Even though we're more tired, we're more open. The less resistance, the easier the movement. So even though I'm tired now, I'm having a much easier time kind of hanging out in this position. Extending my shoulders, my legs are not pushing me forward so much. Holding here in dog. Learning to treat this as a meditation or a resting posture. Right? So not I'm in equipause, I'm not overworking, I'm not underworking. You know, I'm holding just enough tension here so that this feels like a rest to me. If you need to rest with your knees down and with the child's pose, that's fine too. Just the more resistance you take out of the body, the easier these poses, just start to become. So this just becomes a pose that I can just hold all day as soon as I get my body to open up from the back. So once the hamstrings are not pushing me forward, I just feel really settled in this pose, no problem. So remember, we're gonna go ahead and open the left leg, but do me a favor, step the right foot in a little bit. You have an easier time as you draw the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. You see me hard push back into that right hip. So the right hip is moving straight back. Now I feel the back of the right leg finishing itself off here. Left glute is engaged. Pulling the left knee right up over the right hip. Let's get that sneaky core work in. Bring the left knee across to the right elbow. Straighten the left leg, put it down on the floor. Reach the right arm out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When the right hand comes back down to the floor, put the right hand more towards the center of the mat. Yeah? We're going to lift the left arm up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right hand down. Left leg peels open. Last time through this dancing warrior sequence, left foot steps between the hands, right hand stays planted, left hand peels up and open. Hold. Just a breath. Let the left hand frame the front foot. Get ready to sweep up. High lunge. Open up. Warrior 2 on the exhale. Flip your palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhaling into extended side angle last time. Left forearm, left thigh, right arm over the ear. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Whoa. Take reverse triangle nice and long. Feel that opening. Exhale, nice long triangle. Ease your way up. Left foot parallel to the right foot. I'm going to take another forward fold here, this time going after the hamstrings. Last little tap on the hamstrings from a standing position. Bend your knees, grab the outside edges of your feet. So go ahead with a bent knee. Start to drive the tailbone up and bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Maybe it hits the floor. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Work hard in the shoulders. Make sure you're on the ball of the foot, not the heels. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift all your feet. Ease your way up. Now, I want my legs to be about 1 leg's distance apart. I'm going to move us through like a little bit of what I call skandasana sequence. So watch, I'm just going to bend into my right knee here. I'm going to come to the ball of my left foot. This is called skandasana. Alright? And this is something I practice a lot, so I work on this inner hamstring a ton. So this may not feel very comfortable for you. In fact, you may notice that your right heel has to lift up to even get into the position, or you have to leave your hands on the floor and move forward. It's okay. We're all at different places in our practice. So here I am in skandasana, trying to draw my heart up nice and tall. You can really feel this opening into this right hip, and this real nice opening to the underside of my left leg. So I want to go from, like I said, we're going to do a little skandasana work. So I'm going to actually work from this side to the other side. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways to get over there. First, I can just simply go low, not touch the floor, and do skandasana on the left. Now let's go back where we were for a second. That takes a while to kind of master that skill. So one thing you do is put your hands down, lift your bum up, and then go ahead down, start to work yourself into skandasana on the other side. Now this side is tighter for me. Again, remember I have that tight left hamstring, so this is not as comfortable on this side, which means stay longer, Gerry. So I'll stay a little longer over here. Starting to feel this open up again. This I don't feel so much because it's already opened up on the right side for me. Hold on to your skandasana. I'm going to get a drinkasana. Hold on. Now let's try to be a little active. So either hands or no hands. We're going to go back and forth now. Then I've got a little static opening here. I'm going to try to use this to be dynamic for a second. So I'm going to go from the left skandasana to the right skandasana. And you can just put your hands down if you need to. From the right skandasana to the left skandasana. I'm just going to move my way back and forth a few times. Come up if you want, high, and back down. Yeah, you can work from low, hands on the floor, to low, hands on the floor all the time, working those hips open. Put your hands down, you can lift your butt up, you can move from one side to the other. Right? I think probably for me, kind of the breakthrough was being able to do it really low on the floor. But what works for most people is to come up, don't fall over, and then down. Right? So like I said, we're all in different places. And again, this is much tighter for me, so this is a problem over here. Let's finish off. I mean, I'm on the left side, so we're going to finish off here anyway. Skandasana. Come back to the forward fold. Take your left foot pointing towards the top of your mat. And we'll go ahead and step the right foot next to the left foot. We'll roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. We'll come to Tadasana. Mountain pose again. Really feeling what's happening in the legs and the arms and hips. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Reach the crown of the head up for me. Make sure your glutes are engaged, they're doing that work. You're just in that Tadasana, beautiful position, holding. Work our way into tying back the head, sweep your arms up. Engage your glutes, press your hips forward, reach up and back, up and back. And come back to full fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. On the exhale, just plant your palms. And all we're going to do is try to jump back and forth from the top of the mat to the back of the mat. But I want to jump right back into down dog from here. So I'm not even going to jump into chaturanga. I'm just going to swing my legs back, hop back into down dog from there. And I want to do that because we never hop back to down dog, so it's not something that's in our practice journal. So I practice once from the top because I need it for the next part of the sequence where I'm going to jump from down dog to malasana using all this openness I just got from that skandasana sequence. Look between your thumbs, but when you land your feet, land them outside your hands and come down. Leave your hands on the floor, take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, jump back to down dog. Look between your thumbs, bend your knees, breathe in, exhale, malasana. You'll start to float a little when you do that, so I'll float a little on the next one. Lift your heart up, keep your hands planted, nice and strong in the arms, just jump yourself back to down dog. Now I'll show we can actually work a little kind of float into this. As I press down into the floor, I'm going to keep my arms really straight and strong. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to slowly lower. That one sucks, so I'm going to do that again. Jump back to down dog. I do everything in fives anyway. That's 3. So I really want to try to float, so I slow myself down on the way forward. Float up. Slowly soften down. That was a little bit better. Still not great. Let's do one more. Plant your palms. Ready? Load up the hands. And just toss those feet back into down dog. We'll do that one last time. We'll land in malasana. Hopefully I'll land a little lighter this time. Up we go. Lower your booty. Come on down into your malasana. Hopefully your hips feel nice and open now. From here, I'm just going to sequence in a little bit of lizard. You can finish up with the outside of the hips and a little bit of hamstring. Plant your palms. Step your left leg back to lizard. Lower your left knee down to the floor. So everyone's in a different point in their practice, so this is going to depend on where you are. How far forward you can move your hands in this pose. And you can really slide your hands way forward. I feel this a lot on the front of the left hip. You can leave your hands a little closer to your right foot. I just love this pose. There's just so much you can do from it. Here, one of the things I can keep is to just draw the heart forward, and I immediately sort of feel that in the front of my left leg. If you want, you can leave your toes tucked and raise your knee off the ground, and you really feel this front left hip flexor come open. I'm going to lower my left knee back to the floor. I'm going to spin on the heel of my right foot. Take your right hand inside your right knee and just start to twist away from that right knee. Soften your hips down just enough so you can reach back with your right hand. Oops. And grab your left foot. Now, I'm going to use this to kick. Kick the left foot, drop the left hip, and just start to kick yourself into a twist. Go ahead, release that left foot. Come on back to lizard. And you already know, left foot steps outside the left hand. Back to my favorite, malasana. Draw the heart up. Prepare for this finishing part, the left side. Get ready to plant the palms. Okay, you'll see from the other side, I'll step that right leg back into that lizard posture. Really want to be able to be dropping that right hip here. So like I said, you could work your hands like way forward in the pose. And this is a lot. Or you could really just stay hands in line with the left foot and pull the heart forward. You're going to have the same feeling. The one I'm adding today, you probably haven't heard, is to stay on the top of the right foot, lift the right knee off the ground, and then draw the right hip forward. Now you really feel the front of the right hip come over. Don't forget you're pushing down into the left heel so you stay balanced. Working super hard here to stay open. Slowly soften the right knee down, spin on the left heel, and then just go ahead and start to press that left knee away from you. Maybe you stay here, or if you're open enough, you can go ahead and make that connection. You're going to reach back with the left hand. You couldn't agree what hand was. Left hand to the right foot and kick. Kick and twist. Kick and twist. Some of you guys will have to bring your forearm down to the floor. It should be open enough that you can just bring your forearm all the way down to the floor here. Kick, kick, kick. Open, open, open. Let go of the right leg. We're going backwards, not forwards this time. Tuck the toes on the right foot. Step back to plank from there. From plank, slowly lower down to the belly. Flip over onto your back. Call that flabasana. Perfect pose. From your back, I want you to lay down. Shake yourself out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take the right knee into the chest. And you don't need your prop anymore when we start a class. I'm simply going to go ahead and straighten my right leg up to the sky. And I'm going to just start to draw my right foot down towards my right shoulder. Super strong engagement on the left leg. Making sure that I've gotten that right hamstring, right hip to open up. Shoulders are nice and open at this point. One day this right foot will go right behind your head, I promise you. Just keep doing it. Keep dropping your right hip. Draw, draw, draw. Down, down, down. Right heel. Should be way deeper than you were when we started the class. You can see I'm almost putting my foot right onto the floor here. So let's take a twist out of there. Grab your right heel with your left hand. Go ahead and drop that right foot off. And twist over your right shoulder. Make sure you're twisting from above the navel, so really pull the belly button. Try to find that twist above your navel. Cool beans. Come on, back to center. Stretch the right leg out. Draw the left leg in. And finish right here. Draw the left knee and make sure you get that hip out of the way. And then, like I said, we don't even need the prop. Just grab the back of the foot. Start to draw the left foot to the right shoulder. Look at that. It's almost the same as the other one. Not quite. Shaking still. It will shake forever. Let's get out of here with a twist. Grab the outside edge of the left foot with the right hand. And let the left leg fall all the way over to the ground. Start to look over for your left thumb. Don't forget it's a belly twist. You got to suck your belly button in, twist above the navel here. And just let it go. Twist it out. Come on back to center. Draw both knees into your chest. Give that sacrum a little bit of love. Scrub it out a little bit. Roll from side to side. Let's grab the outside edges of the feet and finish off happy baby pose. So I'm really trying to press my low back into the floor here. There's a lot going on in this pose. So I'm pressing my feet up really hard to the sky. At the same time, I'm pulling my knees down into my armpits. This is really having the effect of like lengthening my left spine. It's a final place where I'll feel that left hamstring. And release your feet to the corners of your mat. Release your hands into Shavasana. Whew. Start at the top of the head and you start to relax everything from the tip of the head all the way to the toes. See if you wiggle the fingers and toes a little. A lot of times I'll catch tension there. Maybe in the forearms. Did a lot of down dogs today. Stay in Shavasana as long as you need to. Hey guys, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I love taking these classes and sharing them with you guys. Say namaste. Enjoy your day.